Hi everyone, it's Cindy Lee, and today I am very excited to be with you to show you a new look I have with our Danessa Myricks matte eyeshade palette. Aren't those beautiful colors? I know you've been waiting for it for a while, so I apologize for it's like a little later than I had planned in showing you this, but I love the rich colors. And yes, I may look a little lopsided because I decided to only do one eye to show you the look I was going for, and then my other eye with no makeup. I'm going to get in for a close, and I'm going to show you what colors I use to get this look. So if you notice with my eyes, I have on my lid a lot of redness, and I also like to use our concealer as a primer for my eyes. So this is my palette, a little bit worn. I use concealer 0 when I'm doing my eyes. I don't use very much. And you're going to see how much I'm going to cover that. Very, very thin coat. And if you look now, my eye with just this concealer is very much brighter than it was before. So even if I didn't want to do eyeshadows, I would always put a concealer on just to brighten up and cover that redness in my eye. Okay, so that's always the way I start the look of my eye. So I'm going to go with this palette. You can see it. I'm going to use this light color right here, the upper corner. Where's my little angle brush that I used upstairs? I made a mistake and I cleaned my brushes before I did my live, so I've got some of my old brushes here I'm using, but I like to use an angle brush. And you can see how high pigmented these are. I just go over the whole eye, right up into the brow, up to my eyebrows. You see that? Very, very soft color. Again, you could stop there, but I'm not going to because there's more I want to show you today. So the next brush I always like is a flat brush, and I'm going to use this color right here. It's kind of a medium brown color. And I'm going to just set that on my eye. Look at how rich these colors are. Blending forward. For those of you who know me, you know that a lot of times I'm just using 2 colors on my eyes. If I want a little bit more transition from the light to the darker color, I will actually just come back in with the angled brush where I had that lighter color. And it's really about blending. You can see that? I'm going to grab my magnifier because I need like, I don't know, 15, 20 on my eye. Just to see, yeah, that's blended pretty well. So, because my phone sits right on top of the magnifier on my Reiki, so it's always a little bit harder for me when I'm doing these eye demonstrations. So the next color I'm going to see is this beautiful kind of rust color. Can you see that? Love that color. It's such a rich look. And I'm just going to roll it in there just a little bit. Don't want to get too much on my brush because I don't want too much at the outer corner. And then I'm going to do of an inverted V out there, and then I'm going to be blending. That is really the key to your eye look, is blending in the colors. I think I want a little less of the dark. I can always take the brush that I was using, and I do always use a different brush on whatever my colors are. That way it makes it easier for me to soften and blend together. Pull my hair back a little bit. You see that look? A little bit of sleep there I didn't get out when I washed my eyes, didn't I? So Now I have the eyeshadows on using 3 of the colors, these 3 colors, this one, and this one from our Danessa palette. But if you notice, this eye still, I think, is much more depth to it so that you really can notice it. So the next thing I did is I took some of our eyeliner. I love our eyeliner. Try and do this. I think I'm going to have to go back. I don't think I'll be able to do it without this giant magnifier. I'll try to keep it out of your way. If you see, I do just a very, very thin line. When I blink, I'll have to take it away. Just in the lash line to make my bottom lashes look a little thicker. See? Starting to get that look a little bit. Now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to lay it right on top of my lashes. Try and make sure you can see what I'm doing here. Got a little bit of a mistake there, so wipe that up. Okay. So I have a little bit more eyeliner over here, and what I did to get that look, you could stop here with just that thin line, or if you want a little bit more, I used, if you can find it, a little bit of our finishing spray with this bent liner brush. Yeah, this is the one that I thought they sent me an error because it was a broken brush, but I love this brush. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to lay it down, but I'm going to go out just a little bit more. Not too much more. So I'm just kind of going for a nice day look. Good transfer into evening. It's a great professional look for women. They're working out there. It really doesn't take that long. It's going to take a little bit longer because I'm talking as I put this on. So that's the next step I have. Now on this eyebrow, I actually used our brow brush. It has the angle there and a little spoolie on the end. But I'm going to show you using brow gel on the other eye how they're really pretty similar in looks. So I would still always brush up my eyebrows. And then I am using just the lightest color of our brow gel, which you've heard me talk about these. And I usually go against the hairs. If you noticed, I had a lot of light colored white hairs right here at the beginning of my brow. I love how I can take that up. So you can see just a little bit different in look. But I think these brow gels are amazing, and I encourage all of you to think about them because they are super easy to use. Now, I have our perfect mascara, and if you notice my brush, just put on my hair, it looks like a fur caterpillar, doesn't it? I actually bent this brush because sometimes I think it's just a little bit easier to apply with the angle, kind of like that bent liner brush. It also kind of works as, for me, an eyelash curler because it's taking them up. Now I did one coat on my other eye, and if you saw, I only pulled this right out of the mascara wand. Remember, don't pump. You're going to put a lot of air into your mascara, making it dry out a little bit too soon. Base, wiggle it as you go up. See? I'm going to add a second coat because our eyeshadow, I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to add a second coat just to show you, for those who really like very full eyelash. How buildable this is. Shouldn't tip my head so much, so you have to look at my nose, right? So you can see that this is just a little bit fuller over on this side with that second coat. One coat I think is plenty for any look that I'm looking for, it lasts forever. So you could go put your makeup on in the morning and still go right into the evening. That's my look using our Danessa Myricks palette. If you have any questions on what colors may be the right colors for you, just reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you. Remember, if life gives you limes, be the light. Have an amazing day, everyone. See you tomorrow.